together, feel that rise. Watch the game while the beat flows. At the sports bar where anything goes. Laughter and joy, we're in the zone. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm is where joy's found. With every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Ooh, come back for more. Ooh, come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm, it's where joy's found. Ooh, with every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. Ooh, on the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Swing on by, don't miss the fun. At the sports bar, the best begun. Ooh, come back for more. 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 Come back for more.
Hello, folks. You're on the swivel at the sports bar. We're going to have, I guess, a quick session tonight, maybe an hour. I try to keep it low. Anyway, it's just another week in sports. We're going to talk about it. And, so just welcome in. I see Tariq Cook showed up. Maybe a few other people will show up here and there. And some of my guys might show up. Some of them are back in town. They're all enjoying their summer. But anyway, listen, let's get started. Let's go through what we got to go through. Just to keep the bookkeeping in order, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Either Unique Sports Talk or Marriage, Politics, and Sports, or both. I have a whole bunch of other stuff on marriage, politics, and sports. You can hear the intersectionality just on the title itself. There's a full of stuff over there. So I simulcast this on both channels. Subscribe to either channel or both, right? Put whatever commentary you have in the chat, and on replay, leave a comment, All right, so here we are, disclaimer. I use other people's material, so fair use, fair use. I try to make commentary, so I'm not just copying what they say. I have commentary on everything. But sometimes I'd rather hear other people talk than me just rattling off at the jibs. So there you have it. So far, YouTube hasn't come after me, so I guess I'm not doing it wrong. All right, so let's start off with the NFL. We're in preseason now, maybe upstate to slide. Well, I think we're a game and a half in, kind of thing. And really, as far as I'm concerned, the big talk that we still have is what are the Browns going to do at quarterback? You know what I'm saying? They're making it more complicated. I think it's a fait accompli that this last year they got to give Watson the ball. They're paying him so much money. But they're going to have to give Shedeur some playing time. So without further ado, let's hear some brief commentary on that.
going to be ideal, but to me, it felt like
Shedeur Sanders versus the Bears. Watson gets the start, second and forever here in the first quarter. Watson to Jerry Jeudy. Jeudy had 1,200 yards in year one with Cleveland, less than half of that last year. Love consistent QB play. Next play, moving the sticks. Round two rookie at a UW, Denzel Boston. 15-yard pickup extends the drive, a drive that ended in a field goal. It was 3-0 Browns after one. 10-0 here. Fourth drive for Watson on 4th and 2.
And there you go. That's the end of what Watson did. He, they said a decent game. They're going to give his stats. But that fumble right there was a big one. But, you make mistakes in a game. But, turnovers are not a good thing. Is it a bad mark against him? It always is until you see the other quarterback and see what he did.
Chroma jams up Watson, forced fumble and fumble recovery. Watson finished 11 for 15, 126 yards. That fumble did play the whole first half. It was tied at 10 at the break. Shedeur Sanders leading him out of the locker room. Shedeur finds Luke Floria over the middle for a 35-yard gain. Local kid out of Mentor, Ohio. Practice squad last year. Drive did end in a turnover on downs. First drive of the fourth quarter. Shedeur way over his receiver, Beanie Bishop. Fair catches that he could. Shedeur goes 6.
And there you go. Shedeur throws an interception. And as far as everybody's concerned, every mistake he makes is amplified by the fact that he's Deion Sanders' son and people don't like him and all that other kind of stuff. So, he's on this microscopic kind of thing. So, more power to him. I mean, look, a 5th-round draft choice. They're not paying him anything. The scrutiny is as if he was a 1st-round draft choice as the first pick, which is really crazy. You know what I'm saying? He could be a bargain for these guys for years to come if they would lean into him as opposed to all the bullshit that we keep hearing about it. He's probably not that bad of a quarterback if he has somebody. If the people who are supporting him would act like they really want him to succeed. How about that? Anyway, so that's all I wanted to show here. These guys are still battling out. Most teams have their quarterback ready. So we're going into the second preseason game, I believe, and these guys still don't know. And I would imagine the Browns are going to keep trying to put this off until the last minute for some reason or the other. All right, so that's that. College football. Again, it's not too early, but here's some, AP poll reaction, some of the early predictions. And I'm not going to spend that much time on this channel, but I want you to see this grid, So if you're a big college football fan, you get a chance to see what people are talking about. And here we go.
Guy just knocked on the door, Jesse. It was a courier. He dropped off the AP poll. AP poll reaction proudly presented here by Ram. Nothing stops college football. Nothing stops Ram. There it is. Very fitting, by the way, that Bill drove red Ram in Twister and was engaged to Melissa, who at some point in Twister looked at him and said, "I'm leaving you." And I'm not even that upset. What does that mean? I looked at the AP rankings. I do have some issues here, but unlike last year, I'm not all that upset. So, Jesse, what does this mean? First off, my theory on the AP in general, preseason rankings in general, these are a good thing. It's a fun thing. It's not worth getting worked up about. It's also not worth marrying. So if you're an AP voter or if you're just doing good old-fashioned rankings for fun, that's okay. Just don't get married to them. Write them in very light pencil. Keep your pencil on a swivel, as Meemaw used to always say about preseason rankings. It can be way off base. That's okay.
Listen, I like this grid, the top 25. I probably going to come back and take a snapshot of this and see how it changes over the season, but of course the usual suspects are up front. Ohio State is probably ranked higher than they should be. I mean, they've been playing well in the last few years, but who knows? Indiana probably is a little lower, and so, it's good to see Miami up there again, LSU. So, hey, it should be an interesting college football season, depending on the matchups and the games that you want to watch, because it's just so much college football once they get started.
It's college football. If it were predictable, it would be boring. Also, I've never been a general believer that where you ended last year has to carry over. So like with Indiana, for example, they won the national title last year. I've never blindly been a believer that last year's national champ has to be this year's preseason number one. Having said that, I think you're insane if you've got Indiana at number 6. I've lived this life, okay? You guys haven't been in the trenches I've been in with Indiana. I suffer from what doctors would medically describe as CDS, which is Signetti Doubter syndrome. I was there this time a year ago. There's the evidence. I was there. I had to own it on my own show. Had to throw on the clown nose. Very, very notably, very well documented 0-5 record picking against Indiana last year. So I don't know who I'd put number 6. It wouldn't be Indiana. And here's what's very interesting. If we dive into the numbers here about where Indiana is, they're number 6. However, what you don't see on the graphic is they got the 3rd most first place votes of any team. Ohio State got a bunch of them. Oregon did. Notre Dame got some. But Indiana had the 3rd most first place votes, yet they're number 6, which, Jesse, if I'm not mistaken, leads me to believe there are people out there walking amongst us with the ability to vote in the AP poll who ranked Indiana lower than 6. There has to be a number of you who voted them below 6. And to them, I'm asking this. As much as I don't believe last year has to blindly carry over to this year, what is it you've definitively seen or heard or thought, conjured, imagined, if you will, about Georgia or Notre Dame or Oregon or Texas, whoever, that puts them that far above and beyond Indiana in your mind? And
the other thing about Indiana, like I said, I'm not a huge college football fan, but now that Alabama's reign of terror has been pretty much ended in terms of supremacy, I believe that the so-called Hoosiers, if they got a new pipeline of good college recruits coming in, and they have control of that portal where most people who come stay and not looking to jump ship, they probably could string a few years together where they're pretty much of a powerhouse. And so we'll see if they repeat from last year. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but I bet you it's something that's strategic, that will keep them in the top, at least 5 all season long, and maybe 4.
If you have an answer, then I would ask you to base that or maybe test that against the reasons that you perhaps doubted Indiana at various points last year. Ask how that logic worked out for you. I know. That's why I'm removing myself. I don't endorse this. And then ask if it's really worth putting them down here. Don't do this to yourselves. It's not too late. Don't set yourselves up for this.
So I just want to show a little bit of this guy here. I try not to do more than 3 minutes. So anyhow, listen, college football looks like it. I mean, I like this leaderboard here. I mean, I actually recognize all the teams that's on this board, and if these guys are all struggling for the playoffs, it should be a pretty interesting year coming up. Like for some college football fans, every year is interesting. For a guy like me, just looking at this top 25, it looks pretty good season ahead. All right, so what do we have? Basketball. All right, it's too easy. It's too early for basketball. So I'm still in the meme stage, and LeBron going to Philly, it just won't stop. It just won't stop. It's one meme after another. AI has been treacherous. Of course, I know that because I play with it. But this is pretty funny to me.
I'm coming with you to Dad, don't leave me. I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you to Philadelphia.
Ronnie, what are you doing? Let go.
I'm coming with you. I'm coming to Philly.
Stop this. You can't.
I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. I swear I'm coming.
Ronnie, you can't. This is business.
I don't care. Don't leave me.
Let go, son. You have to stay.
No, I'm coming.
Ronnie, stop. This is serious.
Look how small they got his son. It's just like he's still a toddler almost.
I'm coming with you to Philadelphia. I'm jumping in that car.
Get back in the house.
No, please, Dad.
Ronnie, stop. Get out. Whoa, what's going on?
What kind of car is
I'm
that?
coming with you. I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you.
You cannot come to Philly. You have to stay in Lakers in LA and make your name.
Dad, I already packed my sneakers and my jersey. Just let me sit in the back of the plane. I won't even talk.
Ronnie, stop it. You cannot come to Philly. You have to stay in Lakers in LA and make your own name.
Then at least let me be your towel boy. I'll carry the Gatorade.
No, Bronny, stay in LA.
If you walk on that plane without me, I'm telling Mom you abandoned your firstborn.
You cannot come to Philly, period. Stay in LA, play for the Lakers, and make your name.
I'm still coming.
Oh man, golly. That's a damn shame. I can't help it. Anyway, WNBA, the league that can't get out of their own way. But at least last week, there was actually a game that I was surprised that it was so close when the Fever played the Dream. And our girl, Angel Reese, actually could have won the game. And she had, I guess, one of the worst games of the season. They tried to dress it up with the double-double, but nah, she had a layup to win the game and blew it badly.
But we have to talk about the comedy of today's Angel Reese game. The comedy of Angel Reese game. But we got to go with bit by bit for this. We got to go with bit by bit. We got to go for the full house of lowlights. This was comedy. Not only was it comedy, she shoves Kate, like she committed multiple flagrant fouls that were uncalled. Like she committed multiple uncalled flagrant fouls. It was madness. I've never seen anything like it. She committed multiple uncalled flagrants. But let's take a look at maybe the worst low-light compilation you will ever see from a game this year. Angel Reese, wide open layup. Butter pecan bang, as that stuff would say. Misses a three off board. Misses another. Gets blocked by Aaliyah, who's not even really trying to block her. Misses another layup. Goes coast to coast on KK Timpson, and KK's like, okay. Like that, I'm just saying, what the fuck, man? How do you get how exactly do you are you in this position here? How are you in a position taking a layup where you are lower than you would be standing up straight?
I mean, see, her ineptitude at the basket is a combination of practice and because of her bad coordination with the ball. It's not like something that she can't get better at if she would stop trying to be a fashionista and try to be a basketball player when she's off the court. You know what I'm saying? Because you could get better moves down low, and she needs to put weights on her. She needs to strengthen her legs. I mean, she wants them smooth and silky, as if she's some fashion model, as opposed to putting some muscles in them damn things. So it can give us some lift, because she's tall and she takes advantage of it. But, so her posture is bad and everything when it comes to hitting those shots. And I'm surprised she got out of college without that being a major issue in her recruitment. I really do. I guess they just didn't care.
Hey, how? How do you do that? Like,
this guy's a trip.
Like genuinely.
Now you see the score here. I mean, it was 95-91 for game time in overtime.
It's madness. It's madness. But like, it's so bad. It's actually so bad. She's swatted by KK. She missed her first 7 field goals or something. She's driving in on KK. Okay, I'm going to throw up a pray up, and I'm barely going to hit the rim. And then, I don't even know what the fuck happened there. Okay, yeah, I'm on KK again. Let me just throw the ball near the rim. Okay, yeah, I'm ISO and Mo Billings here. Yeah, I don't know how that was their ball. Okay, she realized she can't do anything on KK. She breaks a layup to make it an 8-point game late in the fourth. She then shoots the 3 for no reason. You were up 3 with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. Why did you shoot a 3? And then for game. First of all, she has Aaliyah Boston hooked completely here. This is obviously an offensive foul. For game, she bricks an open layup and then shoves.
She had plenty of time. She didn't have to do all of that stuff. She had plenty of time to hit that open shot. So she got excited because there was so many people around her. So she's worrying about getting her shot blocked, you know. And she didn't have to. She should have won this game in regulation. And so it could be said that she blew the game for the Dream.
Aaliyah Boston off as Naz Hillman. I don't think she got it off in time anyway. And then Naz Hill missed the layup. This is the worst, genuinely, the worst low-light compilation for a game ever.
You know what? I agree with him. I mean, it was pretty bad. You know, you even have to try to just pick out the bad parts for her. But, you know, losing the game on a shot that you had was all nerves. That's what that was, because that was an easy lay-in. You know, anyway, so that's the Angel. And then, of course, people try to make a big deal of my girl, Caitlin Clark, with this shit-eating grin, you know, at the end of regulation, walking behind her. You know what I'm saying? Now, we don't know whether she was looking at somebody on the other side or she was just doing this to mock Angel Reese, because we don't know that. We just see the camera people want to pick up every little thing. So they see her walking by with this shit-eating grin. And, you know, of course, they try to make something out of it. Anyway, so here's the standings. You know, the Fever, you know, they're inching up. They're half game better than the Aces. That's surprising. Now, the Aces are in 4th place. And it's funny because the Aces could fall out in 4th to the Dream. If the Aces move back, you know, they got, you know, 2 games in hand with the Dream, right? So if they fall to the 5th place, that means they lose home court in the first round. You know, and they'll be playing the Aces. Will be playing the Dream, but they'll be traveling to the Dream. Okay? So, you know, now they're down to the dog days, the dog, you know, month of the WNBA season. You know, they got, what, 7 games left or something like that, 8 games left. So positioning 1 through 4 is going to be very, very important, you know. So there you have it. You know, there you have it. All right. Okay, baseball. My favorite sport not to talk about. All right. The dog days of summer are still here. You know, where they're just swinging the bats away and all that kind of good stuff. You know, and you know, and I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you're a baseball fan, you know, just keep watching the game. The Dodgers, I think, are going to be contenders again for the World Series. You know, especially if all their guys are healthy during the playoffs, Ohtani and everybody else. I just think that, you know, for me, it's playoffs for baseball. That's when it really gets exciting, when it's playoff time. Let them go ahead and beat each other to death. Let the sun beat down on them all season long in the outfield, and they're just standing there, you know, catching the rays. And so when the playoffs come, that's when it really gets serious. We'll know who the contenders are, and we'll know who the pretenders are real fast once they get into the playoffs. So here's something new, right? And I know some of you already knew this, but I wanted to say it, that the Women's Pro Baseball League has launched, right? On August 1st. So let's do a couple of minutes of talking about that.
There's no crying about this news. Women once again have a league of their own. The Women's Pro Baseball League's inaugural season starts this Saturday. There are 4 teams: New York Heights, San Francisco Firebells, Los Angeles Queens, and the Boston Hunters. The All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, made famous by the movie A League of Their Own, shut down more than 70 years ago, and there's been attempts ever since to bring it back. The league's co-founder and the first overall draft pick says they've built it, and now they hope people will come.
These are elite athletes, and they're hitting the ball hard, and they're throwing fast, and just create that kind of energy that we know that our players have a lot of passion, and I know our fans are they're gonna feel it.
You know, being able to look to my right and to my left and be able to see myself in them is a dream come true, and to be able to be ourselves out there.
That's going to be fun to watch. By the way, all of the games this season, they're all going to be played in Springfield, Illinois.
All right. So that was just a short little clip. Here is the standings. Right, each team plays 15 games. I guess when the combinations come out to 30 games in total for the league, and so there you go. There you have it. So there is an exciting thing, and the only thing I have to say, and I'm gonna say this is gonna sound negative. It's only going to be a matter of time when we start thinking about the transgenderism for people, the men trying to play in women's baseball league. I'll give it this season, off season. I'll give it some time. If the league is successful, there's going to be some big ass honking man out there who decides that he wants to be a woman to play in this league. I'd put money on it. Anyway, so I just wanted to throw that out there because it's coming. It is coming. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Anyway, the big three is coming down to the end of the season. Okay, it's going to be Dallas Power against Boston Hogs, Ball Hogs. The All-Star game is this weekend. Okay, and then they play the championship game after that. So it should be, it's coming to an end. 10 weeks. They're in Charlotte, and it'll be all she wrote. I don't know who's going to be favored, but, if I had to put some money on it, I'd look at the Dallas Power winning the whole thing. So, but of course, is anybody's ball game in the championship, but I have a feeling Dallas is the stronger team this year. And there you have it. The big three, another successful, by all accounts, another successful season. Another successful season. Let me see anybody else here. Now I'm going to take a little segue, kind of. It's a segue adjacent. Right? Because it's going to seem like, because there's an intersectionality between what I'm going to say, between politics and sports, because it's Stephen A. Smith. Right? The Black women of the National Association for Black Journalists, they have a hard-on for Stephen A. Smith, and they're trying to destroy him. For me, from a personal standpoint, it's a typical thing where the liberal Black woman continues to show that she feels her biggest enemy is the Black man. And that's what this is about, right? Because he's like the preeminent, misspelled Black male sports / newly political media pundit. And they came out and they gave him like the equivalent of a raspberry, right? The thumbs down as some kind of raccoon. But the truth of the matter is, everybody on the 92% and all the people still on the plantation are actually the people living in the house. And we know what they call the folks in the house. So let's kind of dive into a little bit of this, because it's the intersectionality between sports and politics that I'm mad at, because I've been following Stephen A. When he was purely sports for a long time. I still look at him now, and I think he's a pain in the ass from time to time because he can't make up his mind. He apologizes too much, and he absolutely reveres women when they don't deserve it sometimes. And and that's what's getting him hurt, because he just can't get it. That if he's not a stepping fetch it, red mouth, Sambo, he's going to always be against the Black women who want their attention, they want their accolades, and they want their affirmations. And anytime he doesn't affirm them, they're going to come after him. And they've been doing it in droves. And the NABL and their female lead put a final nail in the coffin of their hatred of Stephen A. Smith the other week. And it's war. Now, he came out against them, and I'll probably do something on my political channel about that. I'm not going to put that here, but I have a woman who is, from a woman's perspective, to show how bad this really is.
Stephen A. Smith has been found guilty, not by a court, not by ESPN, but by the National Association of Black Journalists. Why? For apparently committing 2 offenses. Number 1, you can't criticize Black women. Number 2, you can't get out of line with the Democrat Party. They claim he's guilty. He's guilty. He's guilty because apparently if you are a prominent public Black man, you can't commit either of these 2 offenses. My question, though, is where's the evidence?
Joining me now.
The NABJ says Stephen A. Smith has demonstrated a recurring pattern of disparaging commentary toward prominent Black women across politics, sports, and media, which it says reinforces harmful narratives and conflicts with responsible representation. Wow. That's a serious accusation from an organization of journalists.
And that's therein lies the rub. She hits the nail on the head. There's no way any organization could call themselves journalists if they're beholden to one political party, one ideology. They're not journalists, they're hacks. They're just hacks. They're all hacks. They're Black hacks, keeping the Black population firmly on the plantation where we've been destroyed for the last 60 years. You know, and it's worse, right? There's a whole bunch of ladies there. None of them want to be married. And if they are, their husbands are, just, happy life, happy wife kind of bullshit kind of guys. And they just go along to get along, like so many Black men in the past. And now that some Black men are standing up and saying this is bullshit. And I don't even want to include Stephen A. as one of them. Because Stephen A. is he equivocates, he always talks about his pandering to the Black women in his life and how great they are and all that shit, even when they're not, so, but he said one thing against the ratchet Crockett, and you know what? It wasn't a Black man who destroyed Jasmine Crockett. The Democrats abandoned her in her bid for the Senate. They abandoned her, right? But she's still a sycophant for them, right? So again, in the Black community, for females, give them attention, applaud their accolades, and whatever you do, you have to give them affirmation, no matter whether they make mistakes or not. And then they will do your bidding to the last drop of blood.
So this is my problem. Let's do some journalism, because my problem is, what evidence do you have to make this statement, organization of journalists? Head shakers, we're going to do some journalism because I don't think they did. What exactly did the NABJ accuse him of? Their argument is there's a recurring pattern, and that collectively his commentary reinforces harmful narratives about Black women. But if Stephen A. treats Black women differently simply because they're Black women, I'm going to need them to show me. Now, I understand that Stephen A. Smith and my boss are not the best of friends. However, I am a life coach. And what we do here is case study coaching. And I believe we try to be fair, head shakers. We actually try to be fair and look at evidence. I am here to say, if Stephen A. Smith criticizes their behavior, their politics, their strategies, relationships, or public statements, does this automatically mean he doesn't like Black women or he's criticizing Black women just because they happen to be Black? I think that's absolutely foolishness.
Yeah, so let me just say this, and this has been going on for decades. For decades, is these women have set themselves up to be women without consequence, right? They can do anything, they can say anything, they could they could behave anyway, they could do all this kind of stuff. And if you don't align with the bullshit that they want you to do, then all of a sudden you're persona non grata. And there's been a whole bunch of men who are afraid of being on the outside looking in with this cadre of people who have the bully pulpit. They have the churches, they have the media, they have all of this kind of stuff to propel and continue to propel this lie that has destroyed the Black community, Black families, Black love, Black everything, because women are not supposed to be leading men, not like the way they want to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not the way they want to. And with everything is based on feelings and emotions, you're going to make some big, huge mistakes, and you're going to make decisions that the whole community is going to pay for. And that's exactly what's going on. So she's right. This whole notion that Stephen A. hates Black women, they highlighted 4 women: Jasmine Crockett. They highlighted Kamala Harris. They have highlighted what's her name? The one who hates her husband. The vice president, whatever, goddamn name, I can't even remember. Michelle Obama. She absolutely, completely hates and disrespects her husband. And everybody's supposed to go ahead and rejoice in that. And I don't even know if he criticized, because I got something after I get out of this. So he didn't even criticize her. And then, of course, the Serena Williams thing, which he apologized for, and I don't think he should have, but that's another man's wife. He shouldn't have said the kind of comment he said, but I agree with what he's saying. If I was married to my wife and she was over here trying to get her lick back against some old boyfriend, I would have something to say about that. I said, that guy's in the past. What the hell are you worrying about doing that right now for? So the point really is, these are the 4 women that they say that he disparaged. So let's take a look at that. Let's kind of take a look at that. Now, this comes from Boyce Watkins, believe it or not. I haven't heard from Boyce Watkins in a long time. And I've heard Stephen A. say this. Stephen A., these 5 points on the right over here. Stephen A. said the greatest women I've ever known, is a Black woman. That's his mother, right? I'll give him that one, okay? He's with his sister. He had 5 older sisters, and so they were much older than him, I guess. So they helped raise him, right? They helped raise him, okay? He was educated. He talked about Jasmine Crockett, and he gave her accolades, right? About how intelligent and brilliant she was, blah, 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 because she is very educated. But she didn't act that way. She acted like a ghetto hood rat, okay? And so he commented on the fact that her behavior may hurt her in politics. That her behavior might, and so then they try to counsel him from that. Jamel Hill, Carrie Champion, all of these come out against him. Those are his biggest detractors now, even though he helped those women when they won ESPN. Okay, but they're just staunch 92%ers. And so if you're not lockstep licking the boots of the Black woman, you're gonna be on the outside looking in. And he put himself out there, and now they hate the man who's fed them. All right, the other one, 4. He said this was about Michelle Obama, that he said something. He never said anything disparaging about Michelle Obama. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they put her on the list. And so, like I said, and this last statement is the statement I wish he would take back. We shouldn't, as men, we shouldn't be idolizing anybody. Men, nobody should be idolizing any other human being and putting them on pedestals. You know, he said black men just don't love black women. We revere you all. That's just bullshit. They don't deserve that. You know, I mean, some do, but the majority of black women absolutely don't deserve us revering them. Absolutely not. That's just crazy. You know, so I'm just saying. So this is the intersectionality, because Stephen A. to me is still a sports guy. And the way these black women are trying to destroy the preeminent black male media pundit is absolutely diabolical and disgraceful. And they should not be, it should not go without somebody getting mad about it. You know, it's as simple as that, you know? And if I had a bigger platform, I'd be saying the same damn thing. I might have to do this. I might have to talk about this again on my Monday night show on Black Man Unfiltered. So enough of that, okay? So we're, you know, like I said, we're on a way out. Should Stephen A. stop equivocating and take a true stand, right? Because the truth of the matter is he wants to stay in the liberal pocket of the Democrats, but there's nothing there. Now they're giving themselves over to socialists. Now he says he's a fiscal conservative, but he sees the the Democratic socialist assembly, or whatever the hell they call themselves, taking over the Democratic Party. How the hell can you call yourself a capitalist? We're worried about your money and continuing to give these people your vote. So that's what's getting him in trouble, because he can't take a stand. You know, he has this whole thing that he might try to run for president and all that. And I don't think he might not do that bad. But he couldn't run as a Democrat, not with the 92% black women hating him, right? Because they're going to continue to hate him, right? You know? And so as an independent, like he said it is, he's got to find a group of people to back him so he can win a general election, if he were to run. And I would imagine the secret black women out there who are still not on, who want to get off the plantation, they ain't listening to them heifers from the National Association of Black Journalists. And then the last one is the WBPL, which is a little bit lighter fare. I want to know how long it's going to take them to fall down a rabbit hole like the WNBA and start promoting transgenderism. That's another one. So I just want to know how long it's going to take them to do that. Anyway, so it's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's no doubt about it. So yeah, it's a little negative in this live, and pretty much I don't care. But some things just need to be said. You know, what the black women have done is try to do to Stephen A. Smith, and he can speak for himself much more eloquently than me, is diabolical, and it cannot be forgiven. It cannot be forgiven. And then Clarissa Shields boxing. Clarissa Shields won a fight last week, and she knocked this girl out, Kay Scott, big girl. She won first knockout in a few years, by the way. And so that was just last week, I believe. And they've got a fight coming up this weekend with Teofimo Lopez. He's pretty good. So that fight with Romero should be an interesting welterweight fight. And then, of course, going into September, we got Garcia, which I like. And, of course, that's it. And, okay, so we're coming to the end. So I don't know if you're out there. Give me a high sign, Catellia. I got one for you. If you're still out there, put something in the chat. Tell me you're still out there. Because if you are, I got a new video you might not have seen yet. And I'd play it for you, even though it has nothing to do with sports, but hey, whatever. You know, so that could be my other outro. Just put a one in the chat. Or else maybe I scared you off, you know. All right. So I am moving along. All right. All right, copyright, disclaimer, copyright, all right, fair use for all the stuff that I used. And we're going to go to the end right here and play this. And then we're out of here.
Grab your friends, it's time to play. Join the fun, we're here all day. Watch the game with drinks in hand. On the swivel, let's take a stand. On the edge of our seats, we live for the thrill. In this moment together, we're feeling the chill. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. We say goodnight from the swivel at the sports bar. In the flicker of the screens where our spirits unite, let's cherish this time as we fade into light. Tasty bites and big screen thrills. Every moment gives you chills. High fives and cheers, it's quite a sight. Join the crowd, it feels so right. As the game goes on, our hearts beat as one. Memories in the making, oh, this night's just begun. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. We say goodnight from the swivel at the sports bar. In the flicker of the screens where our spirits unite, let's cherish this time as we fade into light. So good night, my friends, till we meet again. In this world of the game, through thick and through thin.
Hey, man, what's going on, man? What's happening?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I mean, you came all late.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah, man. I got taking care of my little business, man. So
yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Hold on.
I like your music, man.
That's that. Yeah, that's the extra. Yeah, let me take this off. You know. So yeah, man. So yeah, I know because you have some things going on at 7. It was a short show, man. The biggest thing I talked about was the NABJ coming after the Stephen A. Smith, which I didn't like. You know, it was a little segue off into that one. But hey, man, what you got? What's hot on the topic tonight on the other show?
I mean, everything except hockey, baseball.
No, I mean, y'all have anything made?
Yeah, we got topics. I just look at it prior to, man. I get sports all the time. So
yeah,
I pretty much know what we're talking about once I get there.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, listen, to me, man, the hottest thing in preseason football is still the Browns making a decision on who's going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, that's probably the most complicated news out there. But
yeah.
I like it like that, though. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, no, I hear you. I mean, but it's good for, I guess, fans who like drama a little bit, but it's not good for the organization. They should know.
It is.
Why you say that? Okay, tell me why.
Because you got to look at the dynamics of both sides. Deshaun, he hasn't done anything, right? Since he's been there. No, since he's been there, he hasn't done anything.
Right.
And he's coming off an injury. Shador, yeah, he was, did wrong, but he still is a rookie too. He's still a rookie too.
Wrong, what did he do wrong? You mean his play?
The way he was done wrong.
Oh, okay.
Coming out of college, he shouldn't have never been in that situation.
No,
but here he is. So, in Cleveland, they ain't had a reputation as an overall team.
Right.
To beat, and they traded off their #1 asset in the history of the team. That was dumb. That was dumb, especially when you're trying to, Myles Garrett, just pay him and he gonna play hard. But it's yet to be seen, and I think Shador is gonna have to play a whole preseason game, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And Deshaun, he's more versatile in reality. He can run, get out the pocket, throw on the run. He's going to have to be lights out.
No doubt. But this is his last year, no matter what he does, though.
Well, you never know, because if he comes out and has a NFL MVP year, then he'll get re-signed by somebody. And
No. I'm saying with the Browns. I'm not saying.
You never know. You never know. It's too early. He has to play the season. Give him about 5 games in.
He's only 29, right? 29, 30.
Right, he's still young. Give him about 5 games in. If he's 4-1, 5-0, they have to go to the playoffs.
Have you seen that schedule? I didn't look at the Browns.
I looked at it early. I forgot, but they have to play. Cleveland going to have to play some games. They got a few games.
I mean, even in their own division.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always tough in that division.
Yeah, man.
Perennial Pittsburgh. Who else is in that division? Baltimore, all that.
Yeah, man. I wonder how. See, it's hard for me to get excited over Baltimore because I gotta see Lamar in the playoffs.
Yeah, he gotta be in the playoffs. He gonna have to lead his team this year, though. Yeah, he's gonna be able to quit like he did last year.
You think he quit?
I did, man. I just thought that he realized he wasn't having a good season and sort of just
mailed it in. He just mailed it in. But they still almost. But they made the playoffs, didn't they?
I don't think they made the playoffs. That's why they got rid of Harbaugh. No.
That's right.
Yeah, see, I thought, if he was hurt, but I just felt, just based off what I saw, he could have played a few more games.
That's my thing. They lost a couple of games. They should have
won, and that's where
no business to losing, man. None.
Yeah, that's where his leadership. He has to play lights out. Him, Dak.
Dak. Oh,
Jalen Hurts. All of them have to play lights out this year.
And Joe Burrow has to play lights out.
Yeah, Joe Burrow just had to stay healthy too, because he can play.
What I'm trying to say is he's on the clock too.
He got to play the whole season. Yeah, he got to play the whole season.
But Jay Burrow is nice, man.
Who?
He's nice. Jay Burrow. He's nice.
Yeah, he's all right. He's a Tom Brady style.
He's nice, right. But he has the best receiving core in the league.
But that's what makes him nice. He's all right. Joe Burrow's all right.
Nah, he's
not the best out of those quarterbacks. No,
you don't think so?
No,
he can't stay healthy, so you got to count that.
And he played one good season, just like Jalen Hurts.
But he got to the championship game.
Yeah, but he played. He's a good pocket passer, and he can read defenses. That's what. But he has to play the whole season for Cincinnati to be any good. He has to play the whole season, and if everybody play the whole season, nobody's hurt. Even Deshaun Watson, if they start him, you're not losing anything with sitting Shador. You're not losing or gaining. You're sitting in a sweet spot as far as sports.
The point is, let me ask you this: they have to. Listen, they have to, as far as I'm concerned, no matter what, they have to start Deshaun Watson.
But they have to win.
I'm just saying, okay, put the win to the second part of it. He has to win too.
If he starts,
if they start the season with Shador, the dynamics of the whole season is different because you gotta play them out, right?
But it's still good. It's a win-win situation for Cleveland, though. Remember, they still have Gabriel, where he was a drafted first round, second round quarterback, so he still can get his shot. It's a win-win-win for Cleveland right now.
To me, man, if you got 3 quarterbacks, you don't have any.
No, but Cleveland's different. You know that. What have they done with the 1 and 2 quarterbacks over the last 10, 12 years? So
man,
they just need one good quarterback, and they in a good position.
Okay, so no matter what, aren't they going to draft another quarterback?
I doubt it. If any of these quarterbacks come to play, they'll probably just move on and find some other position players. They need other positions. They need linebackers. They need defensive back. They need other receivers.
So what you're telling me is no matter who starts at quarterback, they're going to have an effed up season.
No, what I'm telling you, they must win. If they don't, they going home.
You can't win no players, so you still need. If you need all
but
of this,
but the team can play our pain. It's NFL. It ain't okay. High school. The team can rally together and say we're gonna win. It don't. People think about NFL. See, people can always make a name any moment.
I agree with you there, but you know what? It's called every given Sunday. Not that right. It's called any given Sunday. Not every Sunday.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? So that means they could win some games they shouldn't, but that shit can't carry the whole season because you're going to be exposed for who you are at some point.
But that's the NFL. You got to understand.
I agree.
They study film. They study. That's their job for 6 months. Just study the other team's game plan, and at the game, it's up to the coaches to strategically call plays, make sure he's putting his players in the position of their strengths and what they practice on all week in practice. You got to be able to run that to a 95% clip. Understanding that the defensive players, they athletes, they're some of the best in the world, can read but as far as it's not always on the players, it's the coaches. And we can see some NFL coaches cannot coach at all.
That's true. That's true. Well, hey, listen, man. I don't disagree with anything you're saying. So there you have it. You know. So we're gonna have an interesting show also with Precious. You got the link, right?
I probably did, man.
Your name is on that group thing on Instagram? Your name is on there now.
I'll be looking at it.
Huh?
I look at it all, man. Man. Sometimes she's I get it. It's just that I'll be looking at stuff sort of late.
No, I'm hearing you, but your name is on that group thing on Instagram. So
I thought I was too, though.
No, she just put it. I saw your name there. I saw, but she put the link on there, and after I get off, I'll mail it to you anyway.
Somebody, Rosa, who's that?
What do you mean, Rosa?
It was you. Okay, I got the link. I got the link today.
Yeah, that's the link.
And the link, another collection. What is it? Oh, it's your song.
No, there's a lot of. I'm gonna play that song for tell you after you cut out. But
okay.
But I mean, unless you're still here. I mean, I want to give you the airtime because I know you got to leave at 8. So, but there's a whole bunch of people who post on that. That's why I'm saying it might get confusing. A lot of us post on there. Champ posts on there. I post on there. You know,
I sing your song.
Yeah, man, you can play it, man. You can play that.
How you doing, man? I know you're a hopeless romantic by heart.
No, man. Somebody's got to do it, man. Yeah. So listen, I got my avatars and I got all this. You know what the problem is? I wish here's the time because I was just playing with this thing and it's not cheap to do this, but it's not really overly expensive.
No, you get your money's worth, man. You do your thing.
Yes, I'm having fun with it. But I wish if I was a good YouTuber, I would learn how to monetize that shit better.
You are a good YouTuber. You know, you just gotta do your thing, man.
I'm just playing with this thing. To tell you the truth, brother, I gotta do so many things to be a good YouTuber.
You're consistent. You just gotta choose a side. You're consistent.
Well, you don't think I chosen a side? Shit,
I mean, in a way, but you know what I'm saying. You're an OG. You're an OG, right? So
being an OG.
Because you can't choose a side. You're too old for this. I'm too old. I can't choose a side.
I chose a side. It's just that nobody gives a shit.
Right. Because we too old. Like,
nobody cares what side you on, man. The world ain't yours.
Right.
But I'm the first to say that.
But you good though, man. Forget it, man. Just keep doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep doing. I like your sports show. Keep doing it, man. You just,
man. You know, I'm just, you know what? Like I said, I've been having this thing. I didn't even know I could have used YouTube around 5-6 years ago.
But it's all good, man. You know it now, so do your thing, man.
Yeah, all right, man. Hey, man.
Salute, man.
All right. Hey, okay. Can tell you're still there. Yeah, I got one for you. And I have another one coming out tomorrow, man. It might even be better. But this one I like because it's a little upbeat.
When the night starts glowing, I can feel it in my bones. Every little heartbeat turns to fire in the zone. With a Latin rhythm spinning, all the doubts begin to fade. Passion sounds so much better when the groove is handmade. Take it, let it live, let the heat take over now. Oh, yeah. Every passion goes better with the Latin touch. It lifts you up high, it gives you so much. From the first beat to the last, it feels alive and true. Every passion goes better when the Latin comes through. Golden drums are calling, and the bass line leads the way. Every spark gets brighter when the dancers start to sway. Sweet and bold together, like a summer wrapped in gold. Let it touch on every passion, makes the whole world feel bold. Move with the melody, let the good vibes pour. Every passion goes better with the Latin touch. It lifts you up higher, gives you so much. From the first beat to the last, it feels alive and true. Every passion goes better when the Latin comes through. So keep that fire shining, let the rhythm never stop. Every passion goes better when the Latin touch on top.
Oh, yeah, listen, I'm glad you did. You know, I'm over here talking to the mute button, but anyway, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I like this one. You know, I just came to me and I just say, hey, let me go ahead. Let me see if I can kind of match the ambiance with the song and all that. So I have different avatars, and like this one is Rosa, and so that's cool. Anyway, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I have a couple of more in the pipeline that I'll play. And just stay tuned. R-Pain, your favorite baby boomer, over and out.